Hey guys, my name is Bryson. If you don't know me, you're gonna know me. And how do I say this, man? How do I start this video? I want to say thank you for getting this channel to 2,000 subscribers, which is amazing and it's incredible. That video was actually taken on August 20th or so of 2018. And back then, I was doing a lot of things incorrectly, so it took me around almost 4 years to actually get to around 2,000 subscribers. But once I got to that point, I was so happy. But if you watch this video, which is still on the channel, I say literally, I have to change what I'm doing. So for this video right here, guys, I'm going to do a Q&A as a milestone reward for hitting 100,000 subscribers. But the whole point is this, guys, okay? I wanted to answer a bunch of your questions, but also answer a bunch of the questions that I had back then that I didn't really know the answer to when it actually came to making good content on YouTube. So for this video right here, I'm going to try and answer everything. By the way, I still do post videos every single day on this channel, so make sure to also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And on top of that, also destroy the like button if you were here before we actually hit 149,000 subscribers, which is like you have to, right? Because we're like literally right here, so you had to be here before we hit that, okay? But like this video, really appreciate it. Helps a lot with the channel, so thank you guys so much. Now before I continue any further and answer all your questions, I just have to tell you guys one thing. I posted my first video on YouTube when I was around 12 years old. So I'm making videos for around almost 11 years old. So the first question is, how old am I? I am 23 years old. So I've been making videos for a very, very long time. And I only started making money like around a year ago from actually making videos, okay? I just wanted to answer that question, get it out the way so you guys know, oh my gosh, he made so much money. He got so many subscribers in like a year and a half. The answer is no. I've been making videos since I was around 11 years old. So if it was like overnight, it must have been a very, very long night, okay? Now, the first question I'm going to answer is a question that I got on Instagram. And by the way, I posted a poll on Instagram asking you guys exactly what questions you guys have for me so I can post in the video. So if you guys want to be a part of that for the next video, then make sure you follow me on Instagram over there at Instagram/Tommy Bryson, or just like at Tommy Bryson. Just look me up, okay? Tommy Bryson Instagram. That's my Instagram. Now, here's the first question from thebomb_123. Tommy, are you still an accountant? Everyone asks me this question all the time. And at one point, someone told me, Tommy, I'm going to expose you because you are not a CPA. The answer is CPA is a certified public accountant. Usually, once you get your degree, and if you want to go even further and work in the public sector, you have to become a CPA, but it's not really mandatory. So I said to myself, well, why would I do it if it's not mandatory? So I never ever became a CPA. But to answer the question, Tommy, are you still an accountant? The answer is kinda. Here's why. I don't work at an office. I never worked in an office in my life. The answer is I wanted to use my degree for my very own benefit. Sounds selfish, I know, but that's really what I wanted to do. I didn't want to work for somebody else and like work there and then become an accountant and then make this much money and then retire at age 60. I never wanted to do that exactly, but I wanted the skills of an accountant because I knew that was going to be important to achieve the goals I wanted to achieve. And that's why I became an accountant. However, what I basically do right now with my degree is that basically I go to small businesses in my area, offer my services, and they hire me because I noticed something. A lot of small businesses that are cash basis don't really have anyone to actually help them with their books. Also, for example, budgeting or anything like that. So I offer them my services and I charge them a fee, and that's what I do with my degree. But I don't work like, for example, in TurboTax, H&R Block for like a firm or anything like that. I never ever wanted to do that because then I would have to work for somebody else and come in at the time they say, and that's not something that I actually wanted to do. So to answer the question, I am an accountant. I still do accounting stuff, but I do it for myself. I don't work for another business. And question number 2, guys, from Enrique Vega on Instagram. He asked me, Tommy, what is your ethnicity? Okay, my ethnicity is I am Dominican, but as you guys know, in the Dominican Republic, they do not teach you English. It's the Spanish country. So in reality, the way I learned how to speak English was in the Virgin Islands. So that's why every now and then you hear that Caribbean accent, because in reality, that's the actual way I actually learned how to speak English. And then later on, like 5-6 years ago, I came to America, and that's how I got this fancy American accent. I am a Dominican with a Caribbean accent that then came to America, and now I also have an American accent. And every now and then you'll hear me talking very, very fast, and it's not because I'm Dominican. Like, all my friends like talk very slowly. I don't know why, but it's because ever since I was a kid, I always spoke very, very fast. I always had a lot to say, so I always spoke super fast, even as a little kid, okay? Just to answer that question. Now, number 3 is a 2-part question to tell me, how and why do you actually upload daily? And how do you get ideas? And on top of that, how do you also stay motivated? So obviously, a lot of questions when it actually comes to the entire YouTube game. The first thing is this. The reason I upload daily is not because of like, oh my gosh, I want to upload daily. The answer is I came from the vlog world. Remember when like everybody was vlogging, like Casey Neistat? Everyone was posting daily. So when I came to the finance world and actually wanted to make finance videos, I said to myself, well, why don't I post videos every single day? Because in reality, I know how to make a video every single day. So I got that because I've been doing that for a very, very long time. And before this channel, I had a comedy channel, a gaming channel, a vlog channel, and I post there almost every single day also. So I always made it a habit of posting every single day. And that way I got into the habit of actually posting every single day on YouTube. Plus, I learned like 10 times faster than everybody else because I did the work almost 10 times more than everybody else. By posting every day, I do a lot more work than anybody else on YouTube. On top of that, Tommy, how do you actually stay motivated? The answer is not really about motivation. I thought it was, but if I did things only when I felt like it, then I would never ever get out of bed and I would just like watch Netflix all day. So in reality, the game is this, okay? If you have a job, do you show up when you're like motivated? The answer is no. You show up because you have to show up and you made a commitment. Plus, if you don't show up, they fire you, okay? Same with YouTube. If you don't show up and you're not making videos, in reality, no one will watch your content. You have to be very reliable. You have to keep your word. And that's why I post every single day. So motivation is not the key. The key is action first and then emotion comes later. So if you don't feel like making a video, start making the video and eventually you'll feel like making the video. So that's what I do. I post a video every single day, but I don't feel like posting a video every single day. I do it because I said I was going to do it and I like to keep my word, okay? Your word is literally all you have, so it's very important that you always keep it. So it's not about motivation. It's all about just keeping your word and whatever word you gave to yourself. And the other part to this question is, Tommy, how do you get ideas for videos? The answer is, like, I think everyone like always complicates the heck out of this. In reality, when it comes to YouTube, every single video you probably thought about doing has already been done. Everyone's done a video about something, and even when you make a video that's quote unquote original, in reality, in 2 days or so, someone else is also gonna make a video about that topic if it has enough attraction. Now I figured out when I went to Penn University for a little like PhD, like seminar program, whatever, and they told me, Tommy, let's write a research paper and actually get you published. And what I learned is this, okay? There is nothing original when it comes to the PhD world. All they basically do is they grab some research and add on top of that with some new research. So the whole thing is YouTube is not about being like, okay, I'm gonna find an original topic. In reality, I would never make a video because nothing is actually original. Finance is so old, like so old. Like it's like more than 2,000 years old, okay? So in reality, every topic has already been done. So what I do is this. I look for topics that I enjoy, I like to talk about, and then I find things that are missing and I fill them in my videos. And that's why I make so many videos every single day, because there's always something out there that somebody else missed, and I put everything together and I make a full cohesive video on it where I answer all the questions that everybody has. But little tip here is this, guys, okay? When you're looking for videos, you have to look for videos that have a lot of views, usually, because that shows you that people are interested in those videos, and that's how you know, hey, supply and demand. And by the way, this question was by Jasmine Batista, the YouTube uploading every single day question with ideas, and the other one, the motivation part, was by Mitchell, okay? So there you guys go. Those are the answers to your questions. Hopefully that helps you clarify everything. And question number 4 is, Well, Tommy, how much money does this channel actually make you, and how long did it take you to actually start making money? The long answer is it took me around 11 years to make any money from YouTube. The short answer is this channel right here, this finance channel, makes me around $10,000 every single month on average. And in reality, it took me around 8 months to actually start making money on this channel. And in reality, that's around 240 videos without earning a single dollar. And that's why I say, if you're chasing money on YouTube, you're probably not gonna make it, because usually it takes a lot of upfront work. And if you just want money, you won't get it in the beginning. So you have to keep working and working and working. And I switched everything basically when I wanted to focus on value and less about money. And guess what? When you make valuable content, usually the money follows right next to it. So that's how I make a decent amount of money on YouTube. But also, I don't really focus on money. I focus on the value and how many people I can actually help. So that's the long answer, but also the short answer. And by the way, guys, I know for a lot of people out there, it's hard to be like, okay, Tommy, I want to do YouTube, but I have to make money, because in reality, if I don't have any money, how am I going to live? The answer is I never focus on YouTube for money, because basically I always had either a side gig, a side hustle, a side business, or another stream of income. And that way I never cared about like, hey, I'm gonna make this content just for views, just to go viral, or just to like make money. Because in reality, I always had money coming in. And before YouTube, I was making around 10,000 bucks every single month, like when I really wanted to make money. But on average, it was around like $6,000 or like $8,000 every single month. Also, for my other businesses. So YouTube was never really about money, although value also equals money, which is also pretty cool if you ask me. And question number 5 is, guys, Tommy, why did you start making YouTube videos in the first place? The answer is, when I was around 12 to 11, maybe even 10 years old, I was writing essays about I wanted to make movies, okay? And when I was around 12 or so, or 11, I think, my friends were learning how to edit videos on stolen software. So guess what I did? I stole some software and I learned how to edit videos. Now, I won't say the software because I don't want to get like go to jail and stuff like that, but everyone did it back then, okay? It was called torrents. Now, the idea is, okay, I used the software and I started to learn how to edit at around 12 or 11 years old. And ever since then, I just been making a lot of videos. And now I'm here. But to be honest with you, there were a lot of dark days, okay? There were days where I gave up. I didn't want to work anymore. I was done. There were days literally where I sold all of my camera equipment and said, you know what? I'm done with this for now. I'll pick it back up later. And my goal at one point was, you know what, Tommy, I'm gonna get this job right here. I'm gonna stay here. And then eventually, if I want to, I'll do videos. But I never really planned on making videos after I sold all my YouTube equipment. But what changed, okay? What got you back into the YouTube game, okay? By the way, I was around 19 or 20 years old when that happened. And the answer is I had a conversation with my dad. And if you've never seen my dad, here's a picture right here. And if you're on this channel, you've seen him several times, and that's him back here. That's the painting of him. But here's my dad also in this picture. And that's me right here. And the answer is I had a conversation with my dad when I was 19 or 20 years old. I don't remember. But the overall point is, I told him I graduated as an accountant and I got a job at a database company. And he told me, Tommy, what the fudge are you doing? You don't like doing that, so why do it in the first place? I said, Dad, you know what? I need money. I need money. Because I also thought I needed money back then also. But the idea is, he told me, Tommy, you should do exactly what you want to do because you only get one life. And then guess what? 3 months later, he actually passed away. And ever since then, I bought back all of my equipment. I made videos and I made a video every single day without stopping. That little thing right there, flipped the switch in my brain. And it never, it made me realize how important it is to actually do exactly what you want to do. But even throughout that, there were days when I wanted to stop also, but I kept going. That's the entire point, okay? The point is you keep going, keep going, keep going. And now, guys, number 6, I know we just got a little serious there. It's okay though, don't worry about it. But number 6 says, Tommy, how did you start investing? The answer is, I think everyone focuses on money and, oh my gosh, money is important, like make money, blah, blah, blah. And I did too for a very long time. But the answer is, when it comes to investing and how to get started investing, like when you're young or old or my age, like whatever age you are, the answer is stop focusing on money and start focusing on the questions you're not asking. Tommy, that sounds ridiculous. I know it does. It does. But the answer is, when I was around 18 years old and I was focused on money, there were a lot of questions I was not answering. Because in reality, in America, it's not really hard to make money. Think about it, okay? If you want a job, then go to McDonald's, you get a job, you get paid money. If you want more money, go to college, get certified, or get a trade job and get more money. If you want even more money, start a business, okay? Or for example, start your own business. And in reality, there's always some way to actually make money. That's not the problem. The problem is, how do you manage money and how do you learn about the right way to actually use that money to actually make you more money? That's the hardest thing about investing. So what I recommend you do is this. If you want to learn how to invest, I recommend you start reading books. When I was in college, I read around 2 books every single week, and I ate up every single self-help book, every single business book, real estate book, accountant book. I read every single book and try to find out exactly what I didn't know. And guess what? Now I know the answers to a lot of questions. And the answer is that making money is not the problem, but keeping money and multiplying money is the real problem. So you need to learn how to do that. And that's going to be the hardest part to do. But if you want to start, I recommend these 3 books. The first one is The Millionaire Mind by T. Harv. And then the second one is The Richest Man in Babylon. And the third one is On F Yourself, okay? By the way, if you want to get these books for free, I have a link down below for Audible. When you sign up with my link, you also get 2 free books. And if you cancel, you can still keep the books. Don't tell anyone I told you. And now, guys, question number 7 is the more serious question that I got on Instagram. And it's basically, tell me, what do you think about George Floyd and everything that actually happened around that entire topic? And the answer is, I think that every single human being on this planet can probably agree that what happened to him was not right. It was injustice, and also it's not something that should be as frequent as it actually is, especially here in America when it comes to cops and also police brutality. So in reality, my whole opinion on this topic is, obviously something needs to change. And when it comes to, for example, tell me, what about the protesters? The answer is, I think protesting is important. I think protesting in the right way is also important. But I also think, for example, that the people that control the narrative in America is not just, for example, the people that are protesting, or for example, the YouTubers making a video about it. In reality, it's the big media. And the big media focuses on things that actually get them clicks. And what gets them click is things that are actually going on in the world that are actually negative. So for example, if 99% of things are going well and just around that message, overall message like, hey, this shouldn't happen again, well, that 1% of that negative, or 10%, the minority, is always going to be blown up even further, because basically that's what's going to get more clicks and also a lot more interest. Overall, my overall opinion is this. What happened was a tragedy. It shouldn't happen whatsoever. And I'm happy that people are taking action to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And also people understand exactly how frustrated people actually are about everything. And that's overall my opinion when it comes to everything that's going on right now in America. But comment down below and let me know, what do you think about everything going on? And I put this question all the way at the end of the video because I know the people that make it all the way to the end of the video are usually people that are usually more interested in these topics than anyone else. And usually you'll know exactly what to say in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video right here, guys, well, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And on top of that, if you want to watch another video on that first video I actually made, well, here's that video right here. Insane, right? I also give my picture on. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.